United States Air Force, the Tactical Air Command, way back, 1956. This particular version of Herc that you're seeing out on the runway, J, the Royal Air Force Transport Fleet. 2,200. Starting to take off now. This is the J.
Laden. Zal dan machtig even eens kijken. Ja, hij is gewoon even. Hij is gewoon geladen.
So quickly up, short takeoff, steep climb. The idea of that is if you've got enemy forces with small arms fire surrounding a strip, rough strip or an airfield you're operating out of, you don't want to stay low, do a conventional departure or indeed a conventional arrival. So you have steep departures and steep arrivals. You've seen that regime demonstrated throughout this display. Like that. One goes up, let's go down, and like that. Lockheed Martin recently completed assembly of its 200th J Super Herc. That particular aircraft is the second C130J for the United States Air Force Air Combat Command. This latest addition to the family is vastly different from anything that's gone before. We've seen the performance is actually stunning. The takeoff roll is reduced by about 20%. The comparable weights and climb performance has all been vastly improved. This is due to the Rolls-Royce engines rated at just over 4,500 shaft horsepower, driving those propellers and Delta Aerospace blocks. One of the significant improvements is the capability of the J model is the ability to fly with the ramp and door open at 250 knots. So what, I hear you ask? Well, I might hear if I was on the south side. Well, that allows for the high-speed airdrop, therefore reduces the time spent at slow speed when flying in and out of hostile territory, which is a good thing. Some of the differences between the J and the previous versions can be clearly seen. No external fuel tanks is the most obvious. Those with a sharp eye will see that the air-to-air refueling probe is positioned on the left side. The sound is different, generated by those Delta Aerospace 6 blocks, but the most significant changes have occurred inside the aircraft. It's one of the most technologically advanced transports in the world. The flight deck has been transformed from previous models of Herc. The cockpit has a full-glass cockpit display, don't need a navigator, don't need a flight engineer. Flight deck, fully NVG compatible, night vision goggle compatible. It has a unique feature that it can take off from every airfield it can land on at the same weight. It can cruise comfortably above 30,000 feet. There's the rear wrap open. The J model retains Herc's outstanding short-build landing capabilities, but it also incorporates more modern ground handling characteristics. The propellers, for example, well, they can be fed along the ground while the engines are still running. Start sharply up. This is referred to the hotel mode. This reduces noise and prop wash behind the aircraft for rapid offloads and onloads in fairly rough bases, and also greatly increases flight ground safety. Also in operation is a C130J flight refueling aircraft. There's a C130J, which is a weather reconnaissance aircraft, loosely referred to as the Hurricane Hunter. It can shift at about 350 knots, 2,100 foot of minute rate of climb at sea level. And at the max all-up weight of 147,000 pounds, the service ceiling is just over 30,000 feet. You go down the other end of the flight regime, the stalling speed way back around about 100 knots. J model became operational with the Royal Air Force in November 10 years ago. gaining height, configuring the aircraft to come round to approach and land. Gear is on its way out. Steep descent. Give you another look at its profile. In for a steep descent and approach. So a key-sat approach. Again, the same thing, you don't want to be shot at. Well, you don't mind if you're out of range, but you don't want to be shot at by small arms fire. Yep, the plan is to land off that. How about that? Short check of the flare, pause, then continue the landing. And reverse up the runway.